Hey guys, welcome back to Cook with Ashley. I know it's been a while, but I've been busy. Tonight we are making egg roll in a bowl. So first you wash your hands, which I already did. Then you're going to grab your pot and you're going to start putting your sausage or ground beef in your pot. Try not to get it everywhere. And this is also going to be keto because I am doing the keto diet. And I've been busy training dogs and cleaning kennels and cheerleading. And today it's a beautiful day out. It's actually sunny. And first, I'm going to take the meat out of my turkey sausage container. Regular sausage. You can either use sausage or ground beef. We're using sausage. And we're also doubling this recipe. So I'm going to use 2 pounds of sausage. And right now, I just put that in my container. And you might want to wash your hands. So that's what I'm doing. I washed my hands. Now I'm going to start my pot. I'm going to lower it down to 700 since I got a fancy little pot that heats up fast. And you're going to brown your turkey until it's done. It's already starting to cook. And when your turkey, and for the rest of your ingredients, you're going to need your cooked sausage, some garlic powder or some minced garlic, some ground cinnamon, some sesame oil, 2 tablespoons, ground ginger, 2 teaspoons, some sriracha, which we're using 4 teaspoons. This is a shot glass, but we don't use it as a shot glass. We use it as a measuring cup. And you're also going to need 2 eggs if you're doubling your recipe like we are. 2 things of coleslaw. And you're also going to need soy sauce, about a half a cup if you're doubling, and some green onion. It says 2 teaspoons of 2 tablespoons of green onion, but since we like green onion, we're doing a little bit more. But first, I'm going to brown my meat. And I love to cook. And this is fun going on live and cooking in front of people. And even if you have autism or disabilities like me, I'm still showing you that you can do stuff. So, first, I'm not trying to make a mess, I just did. Okay. And if you make a mess, that's why you have a handy rag to clean it up. And if your meat is watery after it cooks, you can drain it out. And a hack that I found on Facebook to your grease is you take some tin foil and put it in your drain hole and put the grease in it and let the grease harden, and then you put the grease, tin foil, in your trash can so that won't make a big mess. This is an easy recipe. But first, I'm still cooking my wash was vibrating. First, I'm still cooking the ground sausage. And this is a keto style recipe. I am on the keto diet with my family. and I'm doing really good at it. And so as my dad. And you're going to cook your sausage until it's brown. And we're also doubling, so we're doing 2 times the recipe. And I tried this, and we had it before, and we haven't had it on live before, so we figured this would be a good recipe to do online. And the eggs that we're going to use, the 2 eggs that we're going to use for this recipe, since we're doubling it, that's the tractor if you heard that, is from our chickens. We have a bunch of chickens outside. We either give the eggs away or we use them in a recipe. And I am famous. If you ever see the content paper project search, I am in the project search paper, the press and standard paper on the Conti County. I'm in the press and standard paper. If you ever look at that, you will see me on the probably the center of the front page. And I'm also on the successful transitions feedback on the page. I'm in the newspaper helping out with Project Search, autism and disabilities, which is my mom's a teacher of that. And today I help around the store. You can do different things, like you can put stuff back on the shelf. And today that was the dogs. Today I did the arts and crafts section where I zoned an aisle. And zoning is just putting it straight and pulling stuff from the back to the front, and then top spotting, which is taking stuff off the top and putting it on one of the rows. And successful transitions is the people who gets me internships. Like I just finished one up a few weeks ago. So now my hamburger is about to be brown, but I'm gonna wait till it's completely brown before I add the next ingredient. First, you're going to need your pot. Monday, I'm going to start another internship. I'm going to train for it to see if I'm really good at it, and it's going to be at one of the SPCA in Watcherboro. And it would be really fun because I'm used to training dogs. I love dogs. I have 2 in the house, a golden retriever and yellow lab mix, and a chocolate lab. They're 2 sweet dogs, and they're friendly. I'm trying to train them so we can take our golden retriever and yellow lab mix out places with the car and stuff. And we also let our dogs like our chickens. Well, they don't like our chickens. And this pot I got for Christmas. A few years ago. My grandma gave it to me. And if you touch this black part around the edges and the handles and the sides and the top, sorry. If you hear that somebody's walking in, it will not burn you. This pot is specially made, and you can even, if you have a copper pot, you can even put that on here to use. And you can either use metal or rubber spoons with this pot. And this pot is, and everything that I'm using, and the grocery shopper didn't do a good job this week, so we're using the ingredients that we have here at the house. This is going to be a keto-friendly recipe. We loved it the last time that we ate it. And I will love it this time because I like food. Except for my brother Clay, who just said Ola probably, if you heard him. He is a picky eater and doesn't eat vegetables or fruit. He eats some potatoes, if you call that a vegetable. Now he's laughing in the background. And we have a dog that's in here looking to see if I dropped any food, which I haven't dropped any food, I don't think yet. The meat is almost completely browned. And when your meat is completely browned, you're going to add your 2 bags of coleslaw. And this is a coleslaw kit. It comes with green cabbage, red cabbage, and carrots. And we're using 2 bags since we like this recipe and we're doubling it. And if it doesn't have too much grease, which it doesn't have any sugar pineapple, which it doesn't have any, we're going to just add our ingredients in with the meat. And when it's time for the eggs, you're going to make a well in your pot, and I'll show you when it's time. This is a keto recipe, keto friendly. The dogs, the family, and I love it. Except my brother, because he doesn't eat this. He will eat something else. He's got Taki pizza rolls. That probably sounds good or disgusting. Now, hold on. Now our sausage is browned. So now you're going to add 2 packs of your coleslaw mix. And you're going to let that cook. Before I add my second pack, I'm going to stir this. And that you didn't see that, guys. And it might come with a pack of dressing mix. And you can just, if your stuff is not cooked yet, you can just take your hand and take that out like how it is. The dressing that comes in these packs will not be keto. Clay did my grocery shopping, and he got this coleslaw and stuff. Right now, I'm not trying to make a big mess everywhere. So that's why I'm trying to be careful, because if I do, I would have to clean up the mess. So I think I just dropped a piece of coleslaw on my foot. Before you add your coleslaw, you're supposed to add your garlic. We're just going to use the rest of the garlic. There's not a bunch left, guys. Just 2 tablespoons, which that was about how much we had left. And now you're going to take your spoon, mix the coleslaw and your garlic powder and sausage really good. And then for a few minutes, I'm going to put my lid on it. This is already looking good, guys. So now, so that it can cook. We're not putting the lid yet on it. First, you're going to add your half a cup of soy sauce, which I already pre-measured. You're going to add your 2 teaspoons of ginger. Come on, guys.
Make sure it's a straight. That's way more than two. That's probably just a half on there. That looks like a, okay.
Now you're going to add your sriracha. 4 teaspoons of sriracha, which I spilled it a little bit, so now we only have 2. And now I'm sticking my sriracha cup in the sink. That won't make a bigger mess. Now you're going to add 2 tablespoons, which I'm doubling it, of sesame oil. And now I'm going to mix it up. It's already smelling and looking good. And if you have a pot like mine, the heat comes quickly to your pot. And if it's too dry, you can add water, which I don't think I need to add water. I don't think mine's too dry. And if you heard a dog walking behind me, it's ours. One of our dogs. They like to come around when I'm filming. And this pot, you don't accidentally turn it off. I don't want to do that. In this pot, if you touch this part of it or the top of your pot or your handles of your pot, it will not burn you. This recipe is going to be really good. It's a quick weeknight meal if you're looking for that, or if you're wanting a quick weeknight meal, this will be your go-to. And I've been really busy at work. It's when I haven't been on in a while. I already smell them really good up in here. And if you move your pot off of it, it will say EI for error on your little screen where your temperature thing is. So that's why I'm trying not to move the pot off unless I'm showing y'all it. Now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons, which we're using a little bit more than 2 tablespoons. And guys, just an FYI, just a little tip. If you don't have a cutting board, because we don't have one because my brother took ours outside and my shopper hasn't got one yet. Yeah. We got to add that to next week's grocery list. You can use a plate like I did. And now I'm going to mix my green onions up. And I'm making a well on the side. Now my shopper's on this one, my brother. So now you're going to scramble 2 eggs in with your they're laughing. Now you're going to scramble your 2 eggs in with your stuff. I never scrambled an egg in the same pot. Now I'm going to throw my eggshells away. Have my hand under the eggshells. So Mom wouldn't worry about that. And I am cooking, and I just added 2 eggs from our chickens. That stuff's too watery now. And this is a really good quick night, weeknight recipe for whoever's on the roads and stuff. because I know I'm on the road a bunch. Well, every night except Thursday, my mom's driving. I ride because I can't see well to drive. I do drive a little golf cart, kind of four-wheeler around the yard. The only thing that I drive, because if I do drive a regular car, I might hit the tree or the pond or something. That's why they're scared to let me drive their cars. Especially if it's a stick. Because in a stick, you have to pay attention to the clutch, which I do ride in a stick a bunch. I'm not the one that drives. My mom does. And now I'm scrambling my egg in my same pot as my cabbage and the rest of your ingredients with your cabbage or sausage and your ground ginger, your sesame oil, your sriracha, and your soy sauce. I'm scrambling one egg, which is almost scrambled. And then you're going to make sure your scrambled egg that you made in with your other ingredients that we already put together and made. This recipe is a really quick one. I like jumping on here and doing recipes and talking about my cooking and stuff. I have a book that I got for my birthday where I can write and organize all the recipes that I do. So I'm still trying to find recipes to put into that. I put one which is a tater tot casserole into that. I got to add some more into that. And this week I've been busy with Zoom meetings with successful transitions. Tomorrow is my free day. And a little bit this afternoon is my free day. This morning I was at Walmart working with my mom. And this is a good recipe for whoever is doing keto. Even if you're not on keto, you can still have this recipe. It's a low-fat keto recipe. And you're going to cook it a little bit longer till the egg is cooked in with your stuff because I already mixed it up. And if you want to, you can turn up your fire to 1000. And this is a pot that we usually make it in. It's supposed to be a non-stick pot, but if you don't spray it before you scramble any eggs for breakfast and stuff, you will have your eggs all sticking to the pot, and then you will have to scrub hard. So I scrub it. Sometimes I put it in the dishwasher and let the dishwasher do the work because I'm usually sleeping. This recipe is really good. Thank you guys for watching. So the recipe is almost done. Somerville Miracle League is starting March 13th. In case you or your kids have disabilities, it's for all ages and wants to join. The kids start in March. The adults, I think, start in April. And if you even want to be a volunteer there, you can. Or if you have a group of members who wants to come be a volunteer there, you can do that as well. So now you're only covering up and letting it cook for a few minutes. So about 5 to 10 minutes. It'll be done. Thank you guys for cooking with Ashley.